So a lot of people, when they're curious about this work, they ask, like, what does that feel like? What do you feel when you do it? And how do you know it's working? Which are great questions that you should always ask for every therapy. Um, and the answer is that it's kind of different for every person, and it's different depending on what they clear, and their personality, or their sort of how in tune they are to their body. But usually you'll feel some sensation. Some people feel a lot of sensation. Some people will just feel relaxed, like they can sort of feel the release of tension. Um, some people will get a lot of images. They'll get a lot of thoughts or memories come up as they're clearing, sort of as they're calling the energy of those memories out of their body. And that's shifting. Sometimes you get images about what was, sometimes you get images about what's changing for you. Um, Sometimes, every once in a while, somebody will say, I didn't feel anything at all. And that's okay too. It's really an individual experience, but usually you feel something. Sometimes you'll feel tingling, lightheadedness, kind of warmth, or coldness when the negative energy is leaving. Sometimes that can feel real cold. But usually you'll feel something physically in the moment. But the most important thing to me as a clinician is how you feel moving forward in your life. And what we kind of find with this work is it's like peeling back an onion, right? So there's kind of layers upon layers upon layers. And every layer we pull off really becomes less noise, less negative noise, less negative load in your system. So you might go through the next week feeling more light. You might find that in a situation that you used to get really upset in, you're really more able to keep your cool. And at first it might be like, oh, I can see that I could choose to get upset, or I could choose to keep my cool, so I can make that decision. Where before you would just explode without thought. Over time, and after, clearing more and more pieces of things, you might just find that that situation doesn't even upset you at all. Sometimes people will say, I can't remember why I was so upset by that before, because the code that's telling you to get upset is just gone. Um, and so when you clear the negative energy from your energy system, and remember, you're clearing it from your physical body, you're clearing it from your brain, there's a little time where, it kind of takes a little bit of time for your system to align with the new code. So it's like you changed the code of your energy, and now your cells are going to change to match that code. Your blood is going to change. Your neural pathways are going to change and reset and reorganize around the code. So energy therapy ends up being a way for you to take control of the code of your own self and decide for yourself who you want to be and how you want to show up in the world without feeling hijacked by things that happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago. You've really become re-empowered to be in control of you, of who you are, of how you show up, and how you move forward in your life. It's pretty cool.